Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Spencer Davila, and today we will be exploring the LawToolBox integration inside of MyCase. LawToolBox is a calendaring and docketing system used by law firms and corporate legal departments to automatically generate deadlines for litigation, administrative, and transactional matters based on rules and procedures. During this video, we will be walking through each step of the calendaring process, from activation to editing newly created deadlines. First, we want to set up your MyCase account with the LawToolBox integration. To do so, we will need to first go to your settings, click on Integrations and Apps, and you should see the LawToolBox tile in the middle. For you, there should be a button around this area to click on and activate your free trial of LawToolBox. Because this is our demo environment, we already have the integration installed and ready to go. To make sure of this, we can click on the subscription status button and find that our account is activated. Now that we have our LawToolBox activated in our MyCase account, we can go ahead and start calendaring our first couple deadlines. Our LawToolBox deadlines live in two places. The first is our Case tab, and the second is under our MyCase calendar. For now, we will choose to start in our cases. So we'll go to our Case tab and choose My Open Cases. We can choose which case we want to calendar in. For the demo's purpose, I'm going to choose a case we have never calendared in before to simulate a new case starting. Once we are inside this case, we'll choose the calendar in the options below and add Court Rule on the right side. A window will pop up inside your MyCase, and this was where we begin our LawToolBox calendaring process. From the options that are prompted, please go ahead and fill out the information according to your case. For example, we want to select our state, select our rule set, and finally choose a trigger that best describes the information we have for the case. All of these options have advanced type ahead search bars included, so you can start typing in any word and it will pop up what you are looking for. Regarding the trigger, this could be our discovery, it could be our date of trial, it could be a motion, or it could be date action commenced, and we will set the date for tomorrow. MyCase adds a great function that allows you to add a prefix to your deadlines. This can be anything you want it to be, for example, the name of your case, case number, or simply the attorney that is working the case. Finally, we can click on Calculate Events and Deadlines. What you're not seeing on the back end is LawToolBox has a team of attorneys that are doing daily version checks, updates, and are building out new rule sets. Because this is a cloud-based system, all updates and new rule sets will be immediately available to you the next time you calendar. Now that we have our deadlines populated below, you will notice each one has a brief description of the deadline. And if you click on the arrow icon, you will see a larger description pop up. Additionally, you will see the links to the ruling authority in case you want to check your work. And sometimes you will notice there are also forms attached to these deadlines, depending on if a form is required based on the ruling authority. Additionally, you may notice in parentheses, some deadlines may note that they have been rolled forward or backward from a specific date. Again, this is based on the ruling authority and usually only for deadlines that land on a holiday or weekend. You can go through and choose all the deadlines that you would like to include, either by deselecting all of them and choosing the ones you want, or you can select all of them and deselect the few deadlines not needed. For this example, we will be selecting them all. Once we have our deadline selected, we can click on Event Options, and we will be brought to another unique editing page specific to MyCase users. Here we can choose the event type, and these can all be customized inside your MyCase. We can choose the global reminders, and when I say global reminders, I mean reminders for all of the deadlines. And we can choose who will share or attend these events. Finally, we can click on Save Events, and you'll see all of our deadlines inside your case. Once your deadlines are inside your case, you will notice there are a few icons on the right side of each deadline. The first icon allows you to add reminders to each individual deadline. The second icon allows you to add comments or notes to your deadline. The third deadline will allow you to edit the individual deadline and add more detail to the event. And finally, the fourth icon will allow you to delete the event altogether. For the time being, we are going to click on the pencil icon to edit a deadline and add more information. These editing options are more MyCase specific, but we can do several things here to help us in the future. For example, we can change the event type. We can change this from an all-day event to a timed event. Maybe we have a client that we are meeting with. We can add a location, and we can add any additional notes we need. Once this information has been filled out, we can click Save Event, and it will ask me if you are sure you want to proceed. We will choose Yes, Update Event, and it will save our event. To recalculate all your deadlines for a case, maybe because we have a scheduling order, all you have to do is click on the deadline that you wish to change and click Related Court Rule. This will bring you to the original trigger and ruling authority, where you can choose a new date for your trigger to roll the other deadlines off of. Next, you can scroll down and click on Recalculate Court Rule Events, and these deadlines will update based on the new date. You can scroll down and choose which deadlines you wish to update, and then click on Update Selected Events. To delete a string of deadlines, maybe because you calendared them wrong altogether, you can click on Delete, and it will ask you whether you want to delete just this deadline or all the deadlines associated with your trigger. Now that we have our deadlines ready in our case, let's go and look at how they appear in our MyCase calendar. We will first click on the Calendar tab at the top and make sure we are viewing our work week. You will notice that all of the LawToolBox deadlines show up as an all-day event automatically. This will happen for all of your deadlines unless otherwise specified. For example, changing this event from an all-day event to a timed event. On the left-hand side, MyCase allows you to choose which calendar you are viewing. Filter the events to view specific deadlines, or filter it by case. You can also choose the agenda view if you would like to see the work week or print off events based on the day. Next, we're going to view the reusable deadlines that are specific to LawToolBox. Reusable deadlines are nice if you're looking to calendar events that happen more frequently during a case. For example, there can be multiple discoveries or motions that occur. To calendar these, we can click on the Add Court Rule button, fill out the information needed for the deadline, choose our case, state, and rule set. And then in the trigger box, instead of typing a normal trigger, we can prepend our search with a double asterisk. As you can see, all of our reusable deadlines will pop up, and we can choose which one we need to calendar. For this demo, I'm going to choose Date Response to Discovery Served. With any service in LawToolBox, additional options will populate that we have to choose from. The first option is How was this served, which will have options for each service, electronically, mailed, etc. Next to these options, it will specify how many days are added to the deadline based on the ruling authority. It will also specify whether it's a court day, calendar day, or work day. The next option is the description, which will allow you to add a note to this service. For example, maybe we are serving ROGs, and this could be a series, so 1 of 4. And finally, we can add the prefix. Once we click Calculate Deadlines, it will add the description we included to the deadline in parentheses so that we can next time see in our calendar and we can see where we are in the series so that we can calendar the next series. Now we can choose Event Options, fill out the options, and save our events. In the event you are needing support from LawToolBox representatives, you can click on Settings, Integration and Apps, and choose your subscription status button to see your account info. Here we have our LawToolBox Firm ID, the email to our support team, and a phone number you can call to reach someone directly. If you have yet to activate your subscription of LawToolBox inside your MyCase, there will be a button on the LawToolBox tile to activate your account and remit payment. We want to thank you for joining our brief demonstration, and we look forward to adding you to our LawToolBox MyCase integration.